Hello, everybody. Good morning. I tagged Tim Moen, leader of the Libertarian Party of Canada, in this post. I still have to talk to Tim, but as I complete my works here in constitutional analysis, basically, of other countries, especially crown countries, and what Canada is versus all the other constitutional monarchies or parliamentary systems inherited from a monarchy or Age of Empire system. Germany was the final one. I've completed that work, which brings me full circle to libertarianism, and that is the national libertarian divide versus the post-national state libertarian. And that is simply Axis versus Ally, but for national libertarian, that's Ally, and post-national state libertarian is Axis. That's clear. They don't respect borders. They don't respect property rights. They think that freedoms go beyond individual freedoms, meaning we have to have collective freedoms that give everybody access to anybody else's things. I will never agree with any of that. To me, that's no libertarianism at all. That's more of the Trudeau liberal side of what people would like to call libertarian. So tag Tim Moen. We'll let Tim Moen watch this. But world laws, when we take rule of law, and in Canada, colonial countries always manipulate it. They try to steal from the Allies from 1945 in absolute governance of the world, a set of laws that gives national boundaries, individual rights and freedoms, sovereignty of all peoples inside those national boundaries. That is the project of CCP, Canadian Constitutionalist Party. The national libertarian view, full ally support, absolutely the binding five. We follow rule of law as it really is, international binding law, laws of you, the people, we the people. We want to bring constitutionalism to you, and that means national libertarianism, giving the power to the people. This is fundamental in the United States. It's what built the United States. There's a call also for all media to be independent. People often wonder, how is it that all these narratives of Donald Trump and Joe Biden, before them, all the presidents before, well, with 70% of the world in that post-national state mode, absolute dictators, tyrants, who pay for state media to perpetuate lies, will even go into other countries paying their media to sell lies, which is what we're watching right now. And don't kid yourself, there's a libertarian movement divided in half. In the States, it's clear it's what keeps libertarianism down to a minimum. Now, Republicans take a lot of the national libertarian principles. In Canada, we see none of it. None of it. Tim Moen is the only leader in Canada currently that runs on the national libertarian value system. And that is not the same for, obviously, the Liberals, who take the post-national state libertarianism, as in the rights of the individual are trumped by the rights of the state, and that means taking away people's property, usurping civil rights, taking away the individual freedom of individuals to choose to better themselves, gain, and do well. They want to take that away. They want everybody the same, which is socialism. It's socialism, but it's defined as you, a class of people, will work for another class of people to give them everything they need to do whatever they want and not have to earn it. And that's wrong. That's fundamentally wrong of socialism. It was actually the fall post the big three. It was Stalin's fall when he continued on with Poland and the absolute genocide themselves. It's incredibly disgusting that we still have this active today, but that's 70% of the world, and Canada is leading on it. And we must renounce any notion of a post-national state. We must fight the Maxime Berniers. We must fight the post-national libertarian. We must fight the Liberal government of Canada. We must fight the CPC, Conservative Party of Canada. We must fight the NDP. We must fight them. We must fight them all in all their crown-embedded colonial needs to take the powers of what Hitler had developed and take all of those powers for themselves, to usurp the crown, to take away your democracy and lead you towards NWO. That's a fact. There is no leaving the UN. The UN top tier United Nations Security Council, specifically the P5, have created many laws in this world. They absolutely control all your human rights, absolutely, and those are bound in law. Not the Human Rights Council, not human rights commissions or tribunals by countries, not the General Assembly and their narratives, but what's bound in international law through and led by the UNSC, whether they transmitted that to the General Assembly at some point to allow the world to vote on it, or they took it upon themselves, all five, to bind it in law, which the world was forced to accept. Those are the laws we must learn. That's what we must share with all Canadians and First Nations people, because to failure to do that will only lead you to where many, many before have fallen flat on their face, and it's led to up to including execution. Serious business, and it's all true, verifiable, and there are lots of African nations, 22 currently, that will show you in entirely how those leaders were put to death following their version of human rights, ignoring the UNSCP5. You don't get away, you don't ignore it. That's the truth. And I look forward to talking with Tim Moen in the coming months. When that comes, he will talk. We always talk. I'm sorry that it's been delayed quite a bit, but that's the world. The world moves fast. I'm sure Tim understands that. And we will talk. We will talk. But as far as Maxime Bernier and the People's Party, it's an absolute lie. It's another Trudeau narrative. That's what he is. That's what he's always going to be. His brand of a post-national state, which is absolutely that international libertarian of no rights of the individual, but a state collective right of the government administering. And it's wrong. It's no different than Trudeau. He chalks a good game, but the reality is he will not give the power to you, the people. Nobody crafted his policies. He created them all. He runs the party with an iron fist, and he's no different than Hitler and all the African leaders before him. You can call them liberal, you can call them conservative, you can call them NDP, or you can call them alt-right. There's no difference between all these people. They share the same ultimate power of the elite first class versus all of the second and third class. And absolutely, third class, you exist to pay for their bullshit. That's reality. They're just pigs at the trough looking to take from you everything. We're going to change that. We're going to teach Canadians and all First Nations how to change that. And we're going to use the best experts in the world across all of this country in every minority language in existence. It will be delivered for each and every one of you. All the same education where you make the decisions, you look at the real history, world top academic professors, best of the best worldwide in all major narratives, and you will get the truth in history absolute, and you will make the decisions step by step over a 3 to 6 month process, as we absolutely do what Hitler did as Chancellor in Germany. We will do that through our Governor General and all Lieutenant Governors of the provinces through to the territories. We will do this. We will prorogue and we will dismember that Parliament. They will be left powerless and only able to serve you. And then if they want to be paid, they will go back and give you your constitutional conventions. They don't, and we will use that state media, and we will do it just like COVID-19 to tell you, each and every MP and MLA, from which parties are not going to give you, the people, the power, who wish to hold the crown. We could do like Hitler and we could have them arrested. You can do that. We will have the police, we will have the military in just a minority government. That's the power of the crown-embedded colonial system we are in Canada. And I will use that crown as a minority prime minister to absolutely destroy the crown into 40 million pieces for all Canadians and all First Nations peoples. we will get this done in an epic, epic transition never seen in the world, and it will be the first for Canada to lead the world out. Thanks, everybody. Sounds like I gotta go. Bye now.